Back at y'all again with another self therapy session. I want to talk about raising two boys and my wife interfering with man business. Yes, I said it, man business, because that's what I'm raising two boys to grow up to be men. And sometimes she want to always be the mother when these boys got to grow up to be men. So she want to treat them like girls, meaning she want to always be there to save them, always be there to get in our business when I'm trying to teach them something. When I'm trying to teach them to be able to take care of a woman like I take care of their mother. And that can be a hard thing dealing with a very, very headstrong woman. And, we done been together for 20 something years now. So, I've learned to deal with her just like she's learned to deal with me. And it ain't always easy, I can tell you that. But love always conquer all with us. So we argue, we fight, not physically, but verbally. But, it's simple stuff. We never go to bed angry with each other, pretty much. Maybe once or twice a year, something like that. But it ain't much. The love is strong, but it's a battle between keeping her in her place as a woman and me staying in my place as a man. Because I'm trying to raise boys to take care of women, and she wanna keep on bailing these boys out every time we get into it. You see, as my boys they're growing up, they're men, so we gonna butt heads because they wanna grow up to be men. So as they grow older, they're gonna start wanting to do their own thing, have their own mind, and that's good. But they're not in their own house yet, so they still got to learn how to abide by rules under this roof. And being that my youngest son, he's very talkative, and I like that aspect of him. I like that, but I got to learn how to bring him back down when he need to come back to reality. Because everybody in this world ain't gonna let him run his mouth the way I let him run his mouth in the house. Because I like for him to be able to explain himself, to be able to have verbal conversations, and to be very intelligent with his conversation too. Me being that I'm a most of the time introvert, I don't have a lot of conversations. So when you don't have a lot of conversation, it limits your conversation ability. And I don't want him to be in that same situation. So I let him talk a lot. I let him explain himself a lot. I let him have conversations, and I let him get away with a lot of grown up conversation because I want him to be able to talk and verbalize his situation. And that can be good or bad when he get in the streets. At home it's fine because I want him to do it, but in the streets, another grown up might take that as disrespect. So I had to learn how to bring him back down to let him know in the streets you can't talk the same way as a child. As you get older, it's different. But as a child, at this age, you got to bring yourself back down when you're in the streets talking to other grown-ups. Because grown-ups is not going to take you the same way I'm going to take you. And slowly but surely, he's getting used to it. But I let him get away with it for so long because I wanted him to do it. You must understand that I wanted him to do that. But that's not good for a kid when they're still a kid talking to a grown-up. And, I'm getting him right here and there. But a lot of times when I'm correcting him, who always jump in? The mother, right? The mom, the headstrong woman. And that's not good because within me disciplining them, it always make them confused because we're not together in the process. And we do this a lot in front of the kids, which they're not kids anymore, they're young men now. And they try to manipulate situations. They will do it, but I'm too quick on the draw for that. I always, you know, trip them up in the situation. So you gotta as a woman, you got to know when a man is raising a man, a woman don't need to involve themselves in a situation when a real man is raising their kids. Now, this only dealing with a real man when a real man is raising their kid to be real men out here in the streets and handle their business and take care of their families. If you as a woman know you don't have a real man that's handling his business and taking care of his family, yeah, you should step in. You should step in and make sure he's not teaching the child the wrong thing. But when you got a real man that's taking care of his business and handling his family, you got to learn how to step back and let that man show that man how to be a man. Because you don't want your man growing up to be a woman and he's acting like you think he's acting like a man, but he's really acting like a woman by having so many womanly traits. And that's good for some, but that's not good for a woman that want a man that can take care of her, that can provide for her. That can handle himself in the streets if he have to. You gotta let a man be a man, and that's what a lot of times why I bump heads with that. And the conversations I'm gonna have in the future we'll touch on other things, but right now I'm touching on the way that me and my wife deal when it comes to our boys. Now we got other issues when it comes down to the boys too, but we working on them. And you're gonna be working on them for life because one of our boys might always be with us. I never know. We don't know how he's gonna turn out in life later on. But we're gonna be working with him. He's trying to do the best he can do. And he's always showing us that with what knowledge he have, he tried to increase that knowledge. His drive and determination is on another level. But his other limitations stop him from exceeding on a different level. But he keep on pushing. He keep on trying. He keep on trying to be great. He still do a lot of things that maybe he shouldn't be doing. But his drive and determination push him to always want to try. So it's great that he have that type of motivation to keep pushing. And he keep on pushing. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. But you must remember, everybody's greatness is at a different level. So whatever he chooses for his greatness at his mind frame, gonna have to be his greatness. And whatever my other son chooses on his mind in his level of greatness, gonna have to be his level of greatness until he can exceed that and become greater in every situation. But we keep on pushing. We keep on pushing. And me and my wife, we're gonna keep on struggling. We're gonna keep on striving. We're gonna keep on being great. And we're gonna keep on arguing, without a doubt. And we're gonna keep on being happy. We're gonna keep on being sad, keep on being mad. As long as we keep on keeping on. That's the main thing. And keep on finding ways to be great together, to exceed in life together, to increase our abilities, to increase the family knowledge, if we can increase the family physically, and learn how to be better with each other, be more great with each other, be more loving with each other, be more kind, and hopefully, as the boys become more and more mature, she learn how to pull back some more, because I don't want her to put the family in a situation where it might not be no comeback, because sometimes she'll take up for the boys, even if they're wrong, she'll take up for them, and that's not good. That's not good. She'll put the family in a situation of whatever it take type of situation, and no matter if the kid's wrong, she gonna go all out. And then if she go all out, I'm gonna have to go all out behind her, either to reel her back or to de-escalate the situation, or just go all in, whatever it take. After that, because there's no comeback. And if there's no comeback, you got to go all in, whether she right or wrong then, because the kid's involved now, the boy's involved now, the family's involved now, and that's a bad situation to be in, knowing you shouldn't be in a situation, but being that your wife can't control herself, She can't stay in her place as a woman, not to be old school or anything. But if you put yourself in a situation that you shouldn't be in as a woman, now your man got to come bail you out of a situation because you put yourself in a situation you had no business being in, and now you don't put the family in a situation that it had no business being in. Now everybody's life is in jeopardy. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? See, that's not a situation a woman should put you in at no time. But when she's so passionate about your family, whether they're right or wrong, she'll do that. Whether she's right or wrong, she'll do that. You know, that's how much she loves her family. You know, and that's good to love your family that much. But it's bad when you don't know when to stop. You see, that's bad. But in all, love is always there. Love is always strong. Love is always near. Love is always in and around us. And God always got our back. So the moral of the story is, as a man, you got to try your best to be your best for your family. And keep on pushing to be a man. Keep on pushing to raise your boys, if you got boys, to become men. And you have no idea of what they may become in life. But if they're boys, you should raise them to be men. And if, as a man, they want to be something else, that's on them. Only thing you can do is love them to your highest ability. Because you know you raise a man to be a man. And if that man want to be something else, then that's that man's business. But as a man, you still have to love whatever that is, if it's a man or whatever else it may become. You must still love him. You must still love him the same. And know that you did your job if you did your job properly. So this be great out there, y'all. Be love, be understanding, be kind, be beautiful, be romantic, be whatever it takes to keep your family on the right path. And if all fails, just pour up a love into them. If all fails, just pour up a love into them. And that love gonna turn around some things, y'all. Y'all be great out there. GFO Entertainment. Love.